Quebec City, La Vie de Québec. It's known for cobblestone laneways, quaint cafes, and that certain je ne sais quoi, which visitors find so appealing. Overlooking the St. Lawrence River, this capital of Canada's French-speaking province is steeped in history. The city has been designated a UNESCO World Heritage Site and has more than a few stories to tell. Quebec may be known for its winter carnival, but the annual summer festival is another great reason to rendezvous in this vibrant city. The streets are buzzing with activity for all ages, and it becomes quite a magnet for artistic types.
I like to paint in the city because there's a lot of interesting shapes, lots of interesting angles, planes, multicolored roofs.
The summer festival itself are a fun group, all these zany musicians around the world. We think it's a lot of fun. It's good for business, obviously. It brings tourists to the city. It makes it fun for us as citizens.
It's that French thing, you know. I just loved hearing French, you know, because it's part of who I am, and I love the feel of the French culture.
From big names like the Cowboy Junkies to up-and-coming classical artists, the annual summer festival in July is a time for everyone to get into the action. You'll need to buy tickets for some of the concerts, but they're not overpriced, and there are more than 40 free shows every day. Many of them are ideal for families. The city is brimming with buskers, and festival venues pop up everywhere, from cozy bars to cabarets. They're all within walking distance, so you can easily go concert hopping. The summer festival got its start in 1968, and today it brings in musicians from all over the world, especially francophones. Betty and Steph are bossa nova singers who say there's nothing like putting on a show in your home province.
There's a good vibe here. We feel it very strongly. It's like a time to be more open-minded about all different kinds of music and to go out and to really be exposed to all kinds of different cultures.
Of course, the summer festival isn't the only reason to visit Quebec. It has a certain je ne sais quoi which sets it apart from other North American cities. Maybe it's the cobblestone laneways, maybe the horse-drawn carriages. But ambience abounds, and just wandering the streets will make you feel like you've stepped back in time.
We have 2.5 miles of walls that surround the city, so anything within the walled city is historic old Quebec. It's a UNESCO World Heritage Site. It's protected. We have to keep our architecture exactly the way it was during the French and then the British regimes. All the old homes, the schools, the churches.
You could spend a whole day touring the churches alone, from Notre Dame des Victoires in the lower town to little ones tucked away in side streets. And don't forget the Plains of Abraham. It takes some imagination to picture the famous 15-minute battle that took place here. Generals Wolfe and Montcalm fought to the death for the possession of Canada, and while the British won, the story goes both leaders died happy.
Wolfe died happy because one of the last things he heard as he was carried back behind the line of fire was, "We have won." So he knew he was dying a hero. General Montcalm died happy also because he would never have to see his precious Quebec under the British domination.
If your walking tour winds up at a crepe cafe, you'll likely think you've died and gone to heaven. There's one thing you cannot do in this province, and that's leave Quebec until you've sampled the crepes. And there's no shortage of cafes to choose from. One of the best things about Quebec City is the setting. It's surrounded by natural beauty such as Montmorency Falls. A favorite summer spot, the falls are nearly 30 meters higher than Niagara. And just across the bridge in the middle of the St. Lawrence River lies the lovely Ile d'Orléans. It's a wonderful day trip, and the old-style houses will transport you to another era.
A lot of them reminds about the French times, you know, because those houses have been restored as they used to look in those years. Normandy style and also Brittany style and French-Canadian style, which is a derivation from that.
The island is home to several vineyards where you can drop in for a tasting. One of the local winemakers has developed an award-winning cassis made from blackcurrants.
You see the fruit there, that this is the black currants, and I may pick some of them. But you notice they're not ripe exactly, not right now. Maybe in a week or so they're going to be ready. Oh yeah, it's perfect. Yeah.
Bernard's cassis is very sweet, and the fruity blackcurrant flavour is unusual and delicious. In restaurants on the island, it's served with dry white wine to make a kir. And speaking of sweet, Ile d'Orléans has its own chocolaterie, which should be added to everyone's list of must-sees. Final stop on the island, La Forge à Picasso, where you can see original wrought iron designs in the making. In the studio, you might even find your own souvenir of a day on the island. If you're planning a summer trip to Quebec City, be sure to book your accommodation ahead of time, especially during the festival. From heritage hotels to youth hostels, there are plenty of options. For more information on today's destinations, visit our website on topoftheworld.net.